Hello, students. In this video, we will explore an amazing topic that affects our everyday lives: friction. Have you ever wondered why you don't slip while walking, or why cars can stop quickly? Let's learn together about the fascinating world of friction. Friction is quite an interesting force. It's that invisible resistance that comes into play whenever two surfaces come into contact. Imagine trying to slide a book across a table. What stops it from just flying off the edge? That's friction at work. It acts as a resistance, opposing the motion between these surfaces. Friction is a universal phenomenon. It's everywhere, from the soles of your shoes to the wheels of a car. Friction slows down moving objects like a rolling ball coming to a stop, and keeps stationary objects like a book on a table from suddenly moving. You might be wondering, why does friction happen? Well, it's all about the interaction between the molecules and the tiny irregularities on surfaces. Even something that feels smooth to the touch, like a polished table, has microscopic bumps and grooves that cause friction. Now think about what happens when you walk or run. Friction between the soles of your shoes and the ground keeps you from slipping and actually helps you move forward. Ever driven a car? The friction between the tires and the road gives the vehicle the grip it needs to move, turn, and stop. But did you know friction also has a dual role? Not only does it slow down moving objects, but it also prevents stationary ones from moving. Imagine a book on a sloped surface. Without friction, that book would just slide right off. But friction holds it in place until a force strong enough to overcome it is applied. Next, let's discuss what affects friction. The nature of the surfaces in contact is a big factor. Rough surfaces create more friction, while smooth surfaces have less. The area of contact also matters. Larger contact areas increase friction. The amount of force pressing the surfaces together, such as when you press down harder with a pen, can increase friction as well. Moving on, let's explore the different types of friction. There's static friction, which is what you have to overcome to get an object moving. It's usually higher than the friction you deal with once the object is in motion, known as kinetic friction. Kinetic friction includes sliding friction, like when you push that box across the floor, and rolling friction, like when a wheel rolls over a surface. Did you know that rolling friction is generally lower than both static and sliding friction? That's why wheels make it so much easier to move heavy objects over long distances. We'll now dive into the advantages and disadvantages of friction. On the plus side, friction allows us to walk or run without slipping. It's what makes vehicles move and stop safely on the road. It even helps you light a matchstick and write on a blackboard. But friction isn't always helpful. It causes wear and tear, generates unwanted heat, and can waste energy. For instance, the friction in your car's engine parts can lead to overheating if not. To increase the friction, you can make surfaces rougher, like the treads on car tires that help grip the road. Or you can add texture, like the dimples on a golf ball that help it fly farther. Even applying more pressure between surfaces can increase friction, like pressing down harder on a pen. But what if we want to reduce friction? That's where things like lubrication come in. Oils, greases, and other lubricants create a thin layer between surfaces, helping them slide past each other more easily. Ball bearings are another great example. They convert sliding friction into rolling friction, making machines run more smoothly. Fluid friction, or drag, is another type that's important to understand. It's what you feel when you move your hand through water. The faster you go, the more resistance you feel. This kind of friction is affected by the speed of the object, the nature of the fluid, and the shape of the object moving through it. Finally, discover how streamlined shapes, like those of aeroplanes and submarines, are designed to minimize fluid friction. Swimmers, too, wear streamlined suits to glide through the water more efficiently. Now, here's a question to test your knowledge. Which type of friction occurs when two surfaces are in motion relative to each other? Please share your answer in the comments. The complete curriculum for Class 8 is available on our channel. Check out all the links provided in the description below. Please make sure to like, share, and comment for more such videos.